Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back. It's game 2 of Mouse Sports versus the Alliance. It's a best of 3, and currently, it's the Alliance leading 1-0. They are heavy favorites in this match. The people have spoken, and they have voted 85% in favor of the Alliance. Mouse Sports, they now find themselves in the unenviable position of being down 0-1 against such a strong team. Can they bounce back? We'll find out now. The winner of this match moves on to play Na'Vi. The winner of Na'Vi versus Dignitas. The loser, which will be coming up later today, by the way. The loser dropping down to the lower bracket in the G-1 Western qualifiers. I'm LD, and I'm joined here by the one and only Luminous. Lumi, how you doing?
I'm doing great, and we haven't seen the Luna. You were kind of asking for him in the previous draft. Well, here it is. So we're going to see somewhat of a construction of the Luna push. So dangerous. Level 8 or 9 when she has her ultimate, has her B max, and have a ton of levels in her aura. And it's going to be so hard to stop that push. But I think one of the better heroes to stop it is a Blink Dagger Magnus. So for me, at the draft so far right now is how quickly can Magnus farm up his Blink? And I gotta say, that might be a difficult job against S4. Most likely playing the Puck, most likely playing the Queen of Pain. Two heroes that do quite well against Magnus mid.
You know, nobody wants this Nyx Assassin. Just goes through the first 6 picks. Yeah. It's ignored. A little bit unusual to see that. But, I mean, any thoughts? Any reason in particular why you think maybe we're not seeing the Nyx pick this series?
I'm not too sure why. I feel like he's a very good hero. Maybe he's not that good against pushing, which is what No Tie Hunter went for, or I call them No Tie Hunter, but Alliance in game 1, and I think Mouseboard really wanted their line as well. So I guess just neither team felt the big need to do so. And in this particular game, I don't think Alliance will need the Nyx Assassin for mid either, because I think Magnus beats Nyx mid, and I think Mouseboard, well, they could pick one up, but maybe they're looking for a different support as well.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. At this point, when you're up against a Lifestealer, not going to be that helpful. And against Magnus Bottle Crow, you're not really going to win the lane, so maybe it would be a support Nyx. Either way, still available. We'll see if either team even bothers to go for it at this point. But looking towards Mouse Sports, I mentioned Alliance maybe going for the Luna last game, but this time around, Mouse Sports have some good heroes to deal with Luna. A Magnus, that early Blink RP, if he gets it online, lock the Luna down, could easily bring her down. She's fairly squishy at that, and Lifestealer, one of the best natural predators of the Luna in the early to mid game. If Luna gets big enough, not so bad of an issue, but you know, Rage, when you have it maxed at like level 7, Luna does nothing to you in the fights, and Lifestealer can focus her down. So it'll come down to EGM. Can he find those good disruptions to keep Luna alive if the going gets tough?
Yep, we're going to see Jakiro going to be the pickup here as a secondary support. A very common combo with the Magnus RP, Macro Pyro, and Ice Path on top. It is a ton of AoE damage. So nothing too surprising here. I mean, the laning stage is going to be very favorable as well. Has a lot of initiation range in between things like Open Wounds, Ice Path, and a little bit shorter range.
Oh, man.
Is this going to be a solo mid-axe? Is this going to be a jungle axe? I gotta say, it's looking like to be a solo mid, but you could definitely jungle it, and basically says SD Luna, you could have that safe lane up top. I cannot... I don't know what to say. I'm so excited for this hero.
You know, I want to just scream, Axe is back, but it's kind of an odd pick, to be honest. I mean,
he was never here, so you can't say he was back.
Well, you know, he is, because Roxkiss like their Axe. Everyone probably remembers seeing that, of course, at the recent EMS, but Roxkiss have been picking that hero for a while. Dread even picked it back during the We Play qualifiers in the previous group stage. Not the qualifiers, in the first group stage, which is like a month ago. So a few teams have been picking it. We saw it get some play before the International too, and I think in some of the group stage matches, but not really a common pick by any means. I mean, if it's going mid, it's very annoying for Magnus. It kind of limits his Bottle Crow, but you're probably not going to find kills. At the end of the day, you Shockwave, you kill off a creep, so I feel like this is going to be most effective in an offensive tri-lane, and you run the Luna and the Prophet maybe as your 2 solos, but you always expect Bulldog to play the Prophet, the Luna to go to Loda, so maybe it really is a solo mid-X just because of what we normally see each of these players handle.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, Empower allows Magnus to easily get lasted. Shockwave is going to be there, so I don't expect Axe to go mid, and if he does, I don't expect him to have a good lane. So maybe this is some sort of a crazy offensive trial lane. Axe allow you to dominate the enemy jungle easily, and there's a Weaver pickup as well. So Tricore for Mouseboard, nothing too surprising there. Empower is going to allow both Weaver and Lifestealer to do a ton of damage, and there's a Dazzle.
Oh, so it's got to be an offensive tri lane with these 3. I mean, that's the only reasonable conclusion. You disrupt a hero, Axe walks next to them and calls them.
No, Aki's playing the secondary support. It's going to be solo mid-Axe.
S4 on the Luna. It is going to be the Tri-Lane X.
Okay, so this
Tri-Lane X. Yeah, it's
wow.
You disrupt the hero, and then you Axe gets next to them and call them right as they come out with Soul Catcher there, and it's the heal bomb. It's something that actually LGD International showed way back during the G1 League, or the G League group stages, so dating back even to December. That heal bomb with the disruption illusions there does a ton of damage. If you get like even 1 or 2 spins, that's going to be an easy kill.
Yeah,
It's a little gimmicky, though. I mean, it really is a gimmicky combo, but if it works, it's very powerful.
It's not that gimmicky. I mean, it does a ton of early game damage. It allows Admiral Bulldog to safe lane farm up top. So, and of course, what tri-lane are you up against? I expect it's going to be a Lifestealer, Weaver, or excuse me, Lifestealer, Jakiro, and a Rubik tri-lane. Anybody that's caught out of position, they're dead. They kind of follow up stuns of Ice Path and things like Telekinesis. That doesn't stop the combo from coming in against you. So,
and it seems level 1 Roche is in the off-fade as well.
No way. They're going to try to go for it?
But they're sending the Trance into the jungle, trying to, I think, pull a fast one here on Mouz and make them think it's just that standard Bulldog off-lane Prophet, or at least a little bit of a Scout, even if he's heading safe lane. S4 taking a lot of damage, getting bashed repeatedly. There's a little bit of all chat from Mouse Sports right now, and, well, they don't seem to know, Lumi. Seems like this might work.
Yeah, Bulldog fed a couple of Treants last game, and that's why Faddis says thanks for the free XP, and they're doing one more time, and here we go, Bulldog. Well, they're gonna get they
grouped up 3 heroes around Roche. The clap was there, so they take a lot of extra damage, but I think still gonna get it. And unopposed at that. Well, now the tri-lane's really scary. Everyone's gonna be level 2 off the bat, and you're gonna have an Aegis.
And for those of you guys that are wondering, why is it possible to actually pull down Treant so quickly, or Roshan so quickly? Luna Blessing level 1, 14 damage times 5. That's 70 damage for your whole team. That's a ton of right-click damage, and, well...
You know, I see Axe as the first pick. My initial... Or not as the first pick, but was one of the picks. My initial thought is really not Roche, but it makes a lot of sense in retrospect. You've Shadow Wave, great for doing early Roche. And like you said, the Lunar Blessing, the Trance, just some nice additional tanking power. Well... And this is a strong tri-lane. I'm not really sure what Mouse is going to do.
They're just straight up gonna creep skip. I think you abandon tri-lane, you just put Weaver here and farm, and you go offensive tri-lane yourself, because I don't think this tri-lane's gonna work with not having access into pool, not having any EXP. And then when I say this tri-lane not gonna work, I meant the Radiant tri-lane. They're gonna go right on the Lifestealer. He better have Rage, because
they're all level 2.
Look at the huge heal bomb. He has lost a ton of health. He hasn't actually had a point into anything just yet. Just Rage, my friend. Maybe too late. Battle Hunger? No, not just yet. Oh, he does have level 2 Battle Hunger.
It's there. This is first blood. Black is dead. Maybe should have tried to deny himself to the neutrals. Won't matter. Rage. Down he'll go. Can try and rage, but he's gonna die in the end anyway. The Battle Hunger's still on him. Down he falls. First blood and the Roche to Alliance, and now it's a level 3 Axe. Lumi, I think they've pulled a Zenith. I think Mouse Sports, this is like one of those games where when you play against Zenith, you're just like, I did not see this coming, and I have no idea how to deal with it. And right now for Mouse, what do they do? You said abandon the lane. Can Weaver actually lane against this? I don't think so. Can they get enough out of that tri-lane to make up for it when Prophet's already level 3? When the towers are going to drop like a house of cards?
Weaver cannot have a chance at all against this. But right now you're basically throwing away 3 heroes experience growth for 1 hero's experience growth. So I think Weaver should swap, but right now they can't swap. And I think maybe Black would have survived if he Rage and Salve immediately, because Rage will block a little bit of that Battle Hunger. Maybe you get about 100 health from that Salve.
Yeah, but Loda had enough mana to use another. So.
Yeah, he would have chased you down regardless. And he has no qualm about chasing you down because he has the Aegis. Right now this tri-lane is getting absolutely defecated upon here, but I think it's mostly because they had level 2 before tri-lane on Radiant side had any EXP, so it's looking insanely unfair.
And their combo really needed level 2. You want Disruption, Soul Catcher, and then the Heal Bomb on top of it, and you want Battle Hunger as well as Spin, so they had the level 2, and it's a tri-lane that, even more so than some other tri-lanes, really needed it. So I want to talk about the other lanes, but alright, I guess they're going to rotate in the end, so they will do a full swap. It's a massive cost to make this level of a change and to do it this quickly, and they're all walking there as well. But mid lane, we never even introduced the players properly. We have Fata handling the Magnus. It's going to be Black on that level 1, now jungle Lifestealer. Alex on the Jakiro. Towards the top lane, it's going to be Pos, who smoked up to rotate your Koikfa. Going to be handling the Weaver, so they'll look for pretty much a full switch of the tri-lane, and actually just a jungle Lifestealer and an offensive tri-lane. And then, who do we have on Alliance, I guess, if we want to try and introduce them now?
Well, S4 is going to be playing that solo mid. Luna, who was huge in that level 1 aura to get that Roshan kill. On the top lane here, Ammo Bulldog perhaps getting initiated upon. Where's the follow-up damage? There's no
it's
ice
too far. Too far to dive.
Force 1. In fact, right now we do have Weaver in big trouble. Solo kill for Nature's Prophet. I don't know, man.
Meanwhile in the jungle, Black gets caught. He's body blocked in. He'll go down as well. This game is quickly falling apart for Mouse Sports, and just I almost want to say a comedy of errors, because if you're Mouse, you almost just have to laugh and say, like, man, we really screwed the pooch with the start of this game, huh?
I mean, you don't expect a level in Roshan. You definitely know that the enemy team can, but I think it's something like not in the back of your mind. And now not Bulldog, Fata in big trouble in the mid lane. Disruption is going to be right there, and the body block right next to trees. He's going nowhere. Skewer out, my friend. He does skewer upwards.
Not enough.
Not enough. Too short. Ice Blast going to come through. EGM might actually die. Magic Wand up, and
he's got a salve. He's going to live, and now S4 with a little bit of a block. There's your heal. Meanwhile, top or bottom lane, Loda get a fight to kill on Koikfa, and it looks like. Yeah, that'll be the end of the aggression mid, so, maybe not. No, S4 just going to come and throw a little bit of a harassment. And so they're working on the towers, and they're working on it quickly, and one thing the Alliance does have is a great pushing lineup. Now bottom lane Loda, wow, Black was at full health. I just looked at this lane 2 seconds ago. Full health, Battle Hunger is there, and the Culling Blade as well, and down he goes.
Let me tell you, when you're a level 2 hero, and that Culling Blade could proc very, very quickly. That's exactly what happened. So I don't want you to pull up the gold graph, but you should, because we're seeing more than 1,000 gold and experience lead per minute. And this game, I don't want to call it over, but...
I was about to say, Lumi, you might need a new glasses prescription, but yeah, you said 1,000 per minute, and then I'm like, oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Jesus.
It's insane. Like, it's not even close. And Loda right now, for those of you guys that even care about this game anymore, he's doing this little bit nice trick with a Tranquil Boots and an Energy Booster. Basically, he gets heal and Arcane.
Mid lane, action, throwing in EGM. There's your Eclipse, and it does a decent amount of damage considering there were so many creeps here, but I don't know if it's enough. Alex trying to run away. S4 jukes the Ice Path, can't find the kill. Now EGM potentially on the run. Looks like he will be forced back. He wands up. He is able to survive for the time being. Now the disruption. Potential, no real turnaround in sight. Is there going to be a Lucid Beam? No mana for it yet. And, well, meanwhile, it's just pressure. The Aegis actually was popped. Loda looks like he intentionally sacrificed it. Comes back to a fresh life, and you were saying, keeps on disassembling the boots, so constantly full mana and HP. And now he's already level 7. Anybody, like half their HP is a Culling Blade right now.
Oh, Paz is dead.
Yep.
670 damage.
Here's your Culling Blade. Chop! Chop! Off with his head.
Oh man. By the way, this is the only time that Axe works, when you have this kind of insane snowball lead, but that's exactly what they're having. Axe is a great snowball hero. For anybody that's wondering, if Axe goes Dagon right now, the game is just flat out over. Like, flat out over. You Dagon, walk up Culling Blade. Game's GG, guys. And
especially with Soul Catcher there as well. Yep, you know, you look at, I mean, just the heal bomb already doing a ton of damage. That's really scary. Louis, I don't. You and I were talking about this match before the match actually happened, and sort of discussing how we thought it would go. I actually thought Mouse had an okay shot just based on the way they've been playing lately. They actually took down Na'Vi and WePlay. Granted, that was online. Na'Vi maybe not on top 4, but it's a team that can come out and surprise you, and we saw that when they surprised Virtus Pro as well in the qualifiers, albeit there were some roster issues there with VP not having their full 5-man for all the games, but mid lane, Fata going to get picked off. But you said 2-0. And I don't know if you expected this kind of a 2-0, but it looks like we might be headed that way with the way Alliance is playing.
I expected a 2-0 very similar to the way that game 1 happened, where, back in the mid lane here, S4 should be fine. Nice dodge here. He does have a regen rune, so he should be fine. Oh, here comes Aki with the Poison Touch, doing a little bit of big slow, but I don't think S4 will follow through. In fact, he will, though. He does have the regen. Shock is going to come, and that should be the end of it. I expected a 2-0 very similar in the vein of game number 1, where Alliance just plays better. They don't make any mistake. It's going to be a slow but a sure victory for Alliance. Not like the way at this, though, because who expects a level in Roshan? Mouseport definitely did not.
And I mean, maybe it was just one of those games where everything goes according to plan, or maybe it is one of those games. It isn't over yet. Should talk like it is, although it kind of feels like it's over just judging by what Mouse is forced to do right now. But, I mean, it felt like so well thought out, from the hero composition to the fact that they had the heal bombs in place and picking Axe when you know you'll get an Aegis off the bat, or when you're fairly certain you will. It wasn't really an obvious Roshan lineup, although they could, whenever you see Dazzle, maybe suspect it a little bit, but it's like all those little things in concert make it a decent strategy. Bulldog going to be able to TP out top lane, so Yeah, it felt haphazard with the draft, but we see for now for S4 and his team, they had a pretty damn clear plan of what they wanted to do, and I don't know they could have counted on getting Roche, but once they got it, it was just off to the races.
Yeah, it's level 2 against all your level 1 heroes, and that experience lead is just somewhat too strong. Loda, by the way, is going to go back for Mech, so that's going to be Mech, by the way, on Axe. Despite the fact that you think your mana pool is very, very weak, with Arcane Boots, you can easily, reliably pop it off, and it's a very, very good item. Charging, you think you kill Axe, but Axe mechs up, spins, and you're dead.
Yeah, and the other thing is it allows them to be more aggressive. They could dive those towers, you pop the mech, you get some extra armor to deal with the tower. The minus armor from Weaver won't be as big of a factor. Eggum gonna find Koikfa top lane, and then the Shatter cooperates. Oh man, nothing is going Mousesport's way. Throws the shockwave out. Maybe he ends up living there. He even had time lapse, it looks like, or just cooled down, but, well, the Shatter. This feels like a curse game for Mouse.
It really is. Loda, we're seeing 8 minutes, 9 minutes, a mech, Arcane, if you want to call it that, Tranquil boots up here on Axe as well. You might as well have both boots, because he really does.
This is how you do 2 boots properly.
Yep.
You know, you don't get the 2, you don't get the Tranquils and the Arcanes, you get the 1 and then you swap.
Yep. And, I mean, Tranquils is actually pretty bad on Axe, because you Battle Hunger, or no, not Battle Hunger, you Berserker's Call and suddenly you lose all your movement speed. But being able to swap back and forth like this, very, very effective.
It's quite cute, and I mean, I want to talk about, is there any way Mouse could get back into this? Like, they're so far behind. Let's say they hit a 5-hero RP. They throw a Macro Pyre on top of it. Is that enough? I mean, can they actually find kills off of that?
That isn't enough. That's a sad thing to know, because they're so high level, they being Alliance, they would just mech up, kill you, and survive with, like, red health.
Oh, this isn't going to help. This is not going to help. Hasted S4.
You know, people always say, as casters, you have to make the games exciting.
And he saw them, because it's nighttime and he's Luna, and he's going to come in now with the backstab. There's your Lucid Beam on Alex, looking to go. And S4 not getting caught by anything. Eclipse flies out, well positioned at that. Finds one, but actually not fighting the second one. Loda on the chase. In the end, it's going to be Pas who gets picked off. And now Koikfa on the run. And that, you know, it's not they didn't just get the Roche, they didn't just get the first blood. They've been consistently applying pressure to every single lane. They took down 2 towers bottom, they took the tier 1 mid, then they rotate top, they find some kills there. Systematic, disciplined pressure. Sure, a cloudy pick in the Axe, or maybe an unusual one anyway, if not cloudy, but a very well thought out and well executed strategy since then.
Fata mid lane here on the run, but here comes that Battle Hunger. Again, that's 607 damage of DOT, and he's surrounded from all sides.
And that's just the Battle Hunger. You throw Shadow Poison on top of that, now level 3. Not even taking a point at Grave, because honestly, who needs Grave? You know, you're just fragging. You're just killing, man.
It's 0 and 11. Nobody needs Grave. They're going to go back to Roshan, because, well, the guy responded. I love doing level 1 Roshan strats in pubs, where you do the Roshan and you type like 014, because, you know, you mark down your Roshan timing. And then your allies laugh at you, because nobody marks 014 as a Roche timing, but that's exactly what Aki and Alliance
And also, if you level 1 Roche, you should damn well know when he's going to respawn. That's the other thing. But we'll see. Loda just trying to apply some pressure bottom lane. You see him in this lane. If you're Mouse, you probably assume there's a couple heroes behind him, and they're all going to rotate there. I mean, they probably also should have the Roche timer written down, but, you know, giving up a level 1 Roche, it's one of those things where maybe you don't write it down, and the way this game is developed, they've given up 11 kills and 4 towers in 11 minutes. It wouldn't entirely shock me if Mouse maybe didn't realize right away that Roche was happening, but even if they did, nothing they could do.
Yep, and I do believe we're going to see Rax attempt number 1 from Alliance. They have Aegis now on Luna, and of course Mech up on Axe. We do have Shadow Blade up on Nature's Prophet as well. The goal per minute of this team is just absolutely insane, and if you want to look at the net worth graph, it's just, it is so trolly.
It's been a day of little things for Alliance, and one of the other little things they have is, you mentioned Lunar Blessing, 4 ranged heroes, so a really, really strong push coming their way now.
Yep. Well, a ton of AO to slow down this push. Pretty impressive defense coming out, considering how far they're behind, but Loda will just Battle Hunger, and Battle Hunger will force people back to their fountains, because they can't actually get any creep kills here.
And just constant Battle Hunger spam. Koikfa gonna die now unless he gets time lapse out. He already used it. He's gonna die on his way to the fountain. Meanwhile, S4 just throwing out the Lucid Beam. It's this long-range siege team. Loda, he's actually able to hit the tower freely, so, I mean, just chopping away tons of damage. The tower's gonna melt in a matter of seconds. Alliance looking at a later frax, while for Black, well, he hopes to get a tier 1 mid, but not even gonna be able to accomplish that, it looks like. And Bulldog going in. Here's your Shadowblade Prophet. Sprout is there as well. Fata can skewer his way back to the fountain. No way back into this one, Lumi. The door is being slammed firmly in their face.
Yeah, the damage output of this Luna Blessing plus the 4 range here. Well, there's the tower dead. They're gonna smoke back out. Gonna defend tier 1. Teleport behind as well. Oh man, Black. I don't know you make it this one. He does have Infest. Infest into TP. That usually works, but not when they have like 80 levels on you.
Yeah, not when S4 does like half your health with a single Lucent Beam and then an auto attack. And they'll find the kill, and then they'll look to push mid. And they take the tier 2 here. I think they just go high ground again. And for Mousesports, once again, I mean, and it's not only can they, like, let's say they get a 5 hero RP. I mean, can they actually find one? That's the other initial question, and I don't think they can even find a 2 or 3 hero RP, because like we talked about, it's a 4 range tier lineup, and there's constantly battle hunger. If Fata goes in, he may just die before he even gets there. May just be the carcass of the Magnetar that arrives. No RP in sight.
Yep, and of course there's Weave on top to give everybody plus armor. And they're gonna just walk basically up the ramp easily and into the base, and Battle Hunger is gonna lead the way.
Shockwave being spammed here. The bugs will come out as well. Now Lucid Beam onto Alex, and well, Ice Path gonna catch out too, but do they really look to go? He's got the Aegis, and there's a disruption on the side. Well, they're feeling a little desperate, Lumi, and now the disruption illusion's doing a lot of work, just chipping away at this tower. We're going to see a couple more Battle Hunger spams go out, and I think Mouse are just going to melt. In fact, right now, Lono was looking to give him the chop. He didn't find the kill, but a skewer. An RP does, in the end, deliver, but nobody even losing health, really. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. This is bad.
Buyback comes out from the Magnus, which costs nothing, because we're 14 minutes in the game, and seems like Alliance says, all right, I'm going to, well, when I say Alliance, I just meant Ammo Bulldog. He wants a free heal. He's going to TP back home to get one, and he's going to come right back.
It's just a constant procession of Mouse heroes, like towards the tower, take a Battle Hunger Lucent Beam, back to the fountain with you. That's what Alliance says, and back they go.
Yeah, and it's actually a ton of damage. Pat 6 and Lucent Beam. Here comes Alex with a dual breath. They're doing a ton of AoE damage, but it's never enough because they have so high level. They have the mech, they have the item advantage, and there's a 4 charge drums that S4 could be popping anytime he wants. Here comes the cavalry on the Mousesports side.
Oh no!
And, oh, are they gonna get one kill? EGM slow, but he gets graved up, and no, the Weaver gets brought down.
Meanwhile,
and now, side Loda is going to work, and finally they do it. He can force that back out. He gets shield back up, and the weave for the plus armor. Wow.
And meanwhile, S4 popped his Aegis right back to life. It's a team wipe inside the enemy base, and Mousesports, they get knocked down to the losers bracket, and what a spectacular way for Alliance to debut here in the G1 League Western qualifiers. Many would call them, if not the strongest Western team, then certainly in that top 2 discussion there with Na'Vi. Few would argue with that based on recent results. And they flex their muscles here, Lumi. They do it in a big way, and they do it against a very, very solid team in Mousesports. They might have made them look silly in this game, but Mousesports is not a team that many can make look silly, and it's not often that it happens, even against the best. More than anything, I just feel like Alliance barely made any mistakes today. Sure, it seemed like a crazy draft, but it was a mistake-free crazy draft.
Flawless victory, 0 to 19, no tier 1 tower going down, and the go graph, well, it was just a one direction swing. Alliance making it look impressive. 2-0 victory over Mouseport. Later on today, we'll have Dignitas versus Na'Vi. That's a matchup you don't want to see, because Dignitas looking quite consistent.
You don't want to miss. You do want to see.
Yeah, is that what I said? You do want to miss?
You said you don't want to see.
No, you don't want to miss. You don't want to miss. And we're going to be back, I think, in...
And we'll be back for that one in 2 hours and 20 minutes, guys. So it's going to be a long break, but don't worry. We got you covered. We got a classic VOD for you. It'll be an epic game from the BTS libraries. But before we do that, well, we want to wrap this one up. So it will be Alliance in the end. Moving on, they'll be in your winner bracket semifinals. They'll join Evil Geniuses as the second team there. Later today, we'll find out who the third team's going to be. It's Na'Vi versus Dignitas. That one comes up at 5 a.m. Pacific time, which is in about 2 hours and 20 minutes here on BTS 1. But meanwhile, Gods, he may be napping now. He's about to wake up in an hour and 20 minutes while Vici Gaming playing against RG Sports in the loser bracket finals for the Natalic League. And that stream will be over at twitch.tv/Beyond the Summit 2. Most likely, Winter will be joining him as well, assuming he's back from some errands he was running. So once again, Orange versus Vici Gaming coming up in about an hour and 20 minutes, and then we'll have in 2 hours and 20 minutes Na'Vi versus Dignitas. But for now, it's going to be Alliance taking this series 2-0, crushing their way through Mousesports. It will be Alliance moving on, one of our final 4 teams in the winners bracket for the G1 League Western Qualifiers. I'm LD, he's Lumi. Stay tuned, more action later today.